AJ Cantwell has a question that I thought we could answer for him. Yeah, you're going to bounce after that. He says Beyond.
Beyond.
Some nights I find myself turning off my PlayStation because I feel bad that I have left my girlfriend to watch TV on her own, even though she has told me to continue to play my game. I've tried to get her to play Call of Duty with me, but it didn't go very well. There was a few weeks that she enjoyed playing FIFA, but then stopped wanting to play it. I own a PlayStation 3, a PS4, and a Vita, and would love it if my girlfriend could play PlayStation like I do. Bye, Colin.
Bye, Colin. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here on your own podcast. So my question to you guys is this. I would like to make my girlfriend part of my gaming life, but I don't know what games I should start her off with. Thank you, and Beyond, AJ Cantwell. Brian's finishing his signature. I think, now, of course, here's the problem, AJ, is that every girl, guy, human being is different. So it's always hard. There's no blanket girl or guy game, right? There's so many games you play that I know I don't like or whatever, right? That if you tried to drop me into Call of Duty, I'd be like, all right, cool, I'm done. FIFA, I'd be like, no, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, those games don't appeal to me, and I work in the video game industry at the world's biggest video game site. I'm just, I have no problem with them. I think they're fundamentally and technically great. I just find them a little dull. I think the actual act of running around in circles in Call of Duty and shooting people is kind of boring to me, and I think that scoring goals in FIFA has no appeal to me. But like, if you sit me down with something like, Rayman, which I think I can play with pretty much anybody that comes over, or Mario Kart or something like that. Those are the kind of games that they have a little more mass appeal, and I know there's plenty of games like that on PlayStation.
See, that what I'm jumping to is that for me, we have to go back to the common denominator of what does everybody like. Yeah. Everybody likes story. Persona 4 Golden is a game that I know has hooked a lot of people and a lot of girlfriends and a lot of boyfriends. I'm not trying to do that, but just in the fact that the story is so good. You can play on easy and it's not, you don't have to just blow through everything, but you get this awesome story of this group of kids banding together to fight this evil thing. So that would work. And then in the same thing, like, why not play games that people find entertaining to watch, right? Like Uncharted, I hear about all the time that people like watching Uncharted.
Oh, yeah.
Walking Dead. People watch me play Walking Dead, you know what I mean? Because it's a good story, stuff like that. Mass Effect was a good example, too.
Yeah, so it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for, like, a couch co-op game, there's plenty of options there. If you're looking for something that's sort of, like, very narrative, story-driven that, is awesome to watch, like, I think Greg totally nailed it. Tomb Raider is another good one that I think you can probably just have somebody sit on the couch and be like, man, that is an awesome game to look at. It's really fun. I think, to a lesser extent, games like Assassin's Creed, it really depends on what you're playing, how you're playing them. If you're playing a 75-hour open world game and collecting all the little things, that might get tedious to watch. But pick something like that's like 10 hours long, story driven, that you guys can fly through in a few nights. Maybe even pass off the controller here and there. Think about what the purpose of the game is, and what is she into? Like, I think that if you look at the very core mechanics of a game, and if it's just rewarding somebody for doing like a simple task that's like easy and fun, then sure, try it out with her.
Little Big Planet's a good example that you can play with her on that. Pixel Junk Shooter, I know a lot of people like playing together.
Yeah, move on from there. I mean, I do this with my fiance. She's like very much a lapsed gamer. She played video games growing up and then didn't play video games for like 20 years and then started dating me and was like, well, honey, I'm
all aboard the train.
Welcome back to video game
station for quite some time.
And I handed her a controller and I was like, let's play a first-person shooter, and she didn't get it, and she's not really big at like third-person action-adventure games, but platformers she got, and then from there she sort of understood 3D platformers and rhythm games and music games and stuff like that. So, start simple and then evolve.
Okay.